Hello, everybody, and welcome back to On Thin Ice, the podcast where Jacob and I take turns every week asking each other really intense, mind breaking icebreaker questions that will get any conversation off to a fucking hit start.
And every YouTube video demonetized.
Yes. You ever just been sitting in the cafe and you see a stranger who is probably minding their own business and you just absolutely know you need to have a conversation with them? This whole show alleviates all tension whatsoever.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It covers all bases.
Yep, and before we dive into the icebreaker question every week, we usually like to see how the other one's been. This is the only way we keep up with each other. We don't talk outside of this. The hell you been, what have you been up to, man? I see some awesome decorations you got in the background now.
I was talking to Meg about this the other day, and I was telling her, you know what, now that I think about it, I don't think Peyton and I have ever, hung out just to hang out.
No. Actually, we did. We did after we did restaurant. Because then we went
That's
out to
fair.
go eat and
Yeah,
had a
but
great time.
yeah, but you were kind of forced into that, so
Yeah, it was fun though. And it was just no cameras, no scripts.
yeah, which we don't have a lot of scripts or cameras really, but um, we just we just whiff it with our phone
Yeah,
and scripts up here, baby.
yeah. But we're just so invested in the content that anytime one of us makes the other laugh, it's like, "Oh, I should have whipped out my Samsung Galaxy and recorded that. We could have made this into a video."
Yeah. No, I was telling her that, and she's like, wait a minute. So what do you guys even talk about then? And I'm like, video ideas.
What do you mean? We're business partners. We make content.
Yeah.
We don't
This
care
is not
not how
a
the other one's doing.
this is not a friendship. This is a business ship. Period. That's it.
Yep.
We make so much money off of this, and that's it. But no, I was explaining that that's kind of just how our dynamic started is like through making music and then eventually making videos and shit, and it's just how
We
we
started
roll.
on videos.
Did we?
Yeah, I don't know how I roped you into it, but the first thing we did together was eating the ration bars.
I thought it was music because I made that. I made Epoch of the Rat, and you told me how to get it like uploaded and shit to
That
Spotify.
that came a bit later. That wasn't until like 2021 that we did the locker,
Oh shit!
or maybe it was 2020 because that's when I started actually uploading music to like
Well, either way,
various radios.
music videos or whatever. That's kind of just how our dynamic started, and then that's just how it kind of continued. So
Yeah.
it wasn't the same as Toby and I, where like we lived with each other and we had an existing friendship outside of that content stuff beforehand, and I guess Derek and I are kind of the same way, even though Derek snaps me all the time about stupid shit, or movies or whatever. But we play games together and shit from time to time, just like I do with all my other friends. Maybe not as often, but you and I, we play fucking Skur and
Yeah.
Skur.
Yeah, that's it.
We were doing zombies and stuff. We need to figure out another way to start up another First of All. I don't know how we would do
Dude,
that because it's just the three of
I'm
us now.
pretty
But
sure I have episodes. Like I had a list of episodes for us to choose from
we
for
need to
ideas on
we need
that.
to figure out a way that we can do a First of All where we are each our own team, so we can
Oh,
all play on the same
like a
game.
free for all
Like we all
sort of bit.
no, we can all be in the same game together. We're all playing the same match, but we need to make challenges for ourselves. Like the first person to go down
Yeah,
loses.
that stuff exists. We can definitely do that.
We just need to do that. That way we don't have to play separate games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. I don't know. We'll have to work out the details. But see, here we are talking about content creation,
Yep, that's it.
not
It's
friendships.
always that.
I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun, and I think that you and I thrive off of that shit. So
Yeah, we
that's all I
do.
give a fuck about. Otherwise, yeah, no, you're right. I'm finally getting settled into my new place, and I actually look. I've got a bright, colorful light behind me now, and a face light, and Funko Pops. I am officially a streamer.
You came to me.
I have a
You
streamer
literally,
setup.
you literally have the same setup I have, except I've got about 180 more Funko Pops than that.
Yeah, I'm a minimalist. You're a
Yeah.
maximalist.
I think it's an autist. I think this
uh,
is just a special interest that sticks with me for too long.
um, Mine can throb though.
If I can get mine to work.
Does yours throb? Does yours pulsate?
Oh shit, that's white. Yeah,
No,
look
that's
at
that's just switching colors. Mine's got gradient.
that. I can do that too. Look at that. Yeah.
I can pick which colors that I want it to.
Where are my epileptic watchers at?
Sorry about the dogs. That's literally unavoidable. I cannot stand them. Anyway,
That's
um,
understandable.
wow. I'm gonna switch this back to blue,
You don't like that Mountain Dew Kickstart flavor you got going on in the back?
and I'm gonna pretend that I do not have dogs. We're gonna ignore the fact that there's dogs in this house.
I don't know what it's gonna sound like when this is uploaded and finished, but I hear you speak and it just goes like, "Arr," and then it stops. That's it. Just a one little cut. Er.
I'm gonna message Meg and ask if she can go punch the dogs right in the head. For legal purposes, that was a joke.
Ask her if she can go Shane Dawson the dogs.
I don't know what could have possibly set them off to make them bark this hard, but either someone is home, they just came in the door, or there's a poor bystander that's just walking, minding his own business, and they just had to freak out about it.
Yeah, if they're anything like my dogs, then they're probably just going off for no reason whatsoever. It sounds like the Minecraft dogs.
Oh, somebody came home. Probably Deanna. Maybe Chelsea, I don't know. Actually, it's about time for either one of them to come home, so
I actually forgot you live with both of them.
I do too most of the time.
So they all moved into that apartment with y'all?
No, this is a house. This
Oh, it's
is
a
like it's like
house.
a 4 bedroom house.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no apartment.
And you all moved in that you all have the new Z house?
Yeah, this is the hype house. This is the new hype house.
That's nice.
Except downstairs is the only hype part. Upstairs is Deanna and Chelsea. Lame.
No hype.
The only hype upstairs is the kitchen. Everything else, downstairs, baby. We're gonna turn this whole thing into a game room. Tomorrow we're getting a fridge down here, so we can like
Ooh.
put all of our fridge stuff here in our area. We've got our own bathroom down here. The baby's room's down here. Laundry room's down here. Dude, we got it made. I
God
got
damn, this
my
is what happens when
big
your
ass
World of
TV and
Warcraft
soundbar and
content
shit.
takes off.
Yeah, you get a girlfriend that has a house. That's how that
Dude,
works.
yeah, that's the world we live in today.
Yeah, World of Warcraft content got me a girlfriend. That's how that worked. Ain't that right?
Dude, that'd be a good video right there.
She's ignoring me. Oh, never mind. I heard it. So I have noise canceling headphones on. So all I heard was a yeah, really faint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, things are going well. Things are going good. I'm racking in the millions of dollars by streaming World of Warcraft for an hour and a half every day, and that's
To
how
the,
I
to the
afforded all
top.
7 of these pops.
Oh my god,
And
dude, the
Black Phillip.
pops, the pops right now, let me tell you something, man. I was like, yeah, I've got like 4 in queue that are on their way. And I have been pre-ordering a lot of Funko Pops because they've ever since I had the Funko Finders, whenever I started following them on Instagram and I check that daily, they've just been posting a lot of really good shit that's coming out. And I'll scroll through Entertainment Earth every now and again to see what they have. But the moral of the story is I finally started getting charged for my pre-orders and it was scary amounts. And then I looked at it and I'm like, I checked the Entertainment Earth amount because it said it had shipped. And I'm like, yeah, no, I got like 4 Funkos from them alone coming, and then I had a charge from Hot Topic I totally forgot about.
Oof.
Eventually, in the December region, I should be getting my Shin Godzilla Funko Pop, which is definitely going to be my favorite. So it's just they're going to start funneling in, so I had to start tucking some of them away. Just
I was gonna
there's
say
actually
you need to make room.
space. There's space behind this cabinet thing, whatever you want to call it, dresser.
Hmm.
So these Funko Pops that are facing out, I just took out the dividers, and there's a huge amount of space in the back there. So anything I don't care about just gets shoved behind those. And then on wall over yonder, that way, there's a couple of shelves I picked up from Goodwill for like $2 a piece. So I just started hanging those up. I'm always out of space, and I'm always trying to find more space. Like a rodent. I'm just foraging for the winter, packing shit away.
Felt that.
Except it's for all the seasons.
You might have to give me a second. I need to go put my dog out of its misery. No, I'm just kidding.
For legal reasons.
For legal purposes, that was a joke.
For Minecraft reasons, that happened in Minecraft.
I'm actually just gonna put her out of my misery. So we're all good.
Yeah.
No,
you need to go?
No, I'm good. I think she stopped again. I think. No, we're good. For now.
Okay, cool. Did I talk about on here how my how my college is just going down the shitter?
Why is it going down the shitter?
I guess over the summer they laid off like 30% of the teachers. Yeah.
God damn.
So
I think you
came
did
back,
mention that something was happening, but I don't think you went into detail.
Yeah, I came back to class a couple of weeks ago. I started class. I haven't really done much yet, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. I'm getting a teacher placement here in town. I can literally walk to the school that I'm going to go teach at, which is going to be pretty hype.
Nice.
But most of the teachers that we have are not under contract yet. They have not been paid. Therefore, they do not have the resources to teach yet. So we're just all floating in the fucking darkness. I just now got my educational law and policy teacher. I got an email from him saying that, hey, I finally got stuff. Can't wait to start grading. Like, man,
Hell yeah.
I enjoyed my little vacation. Fuck you.
Nice.
But that's what's going on there. I'm hoping this if the school fell apart, I'd be super happy with that, but only after I get my degree. Just wait. Please wait until after May next year, and then you can just collapse. I don't give a shit.
Let me graduate first. Shit. Come on now.
I've been through enough.
Yeah. To hell with that.
That's about what's going on in my life. I have a movie update, but I might save it for another time. But
hell yeah.
I got to thinking. Movies are always in my brain. I know we talked about this on here last year, but nothing ever came of it. Do you remember when I was asking you about trying to get an interview with the guy who owned the theater in Keokuk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, actually, I probably shouldn't name last name. I think his name's Chris, but he owns a different theater, and even though he didn't own, there was a whole web of fucking nonsense. He didn't own the one in Keokuk. That's owned by a whole separate company. It's for lease, which is important for this episode. But I could not get the fucking interview locked down with him. He just didn't message me back after so long. But
yeah, the one I was telling you about is the one in Fort Madison.
That one, okay, not Burlington.
I know the guy. I know the guy that owns the one in Fort Madison, which is active. It's an active theater, the Fox Theater in Fort Madison.
Yeah,
I know him. He also owns the cafe, Sweat and Co, right across the street on the same road. I know him. I could text him right now if I wanted to, but
yeah, I had been DMing him about possibly getting an interview and talking about the movie theater business, but instead, I got nothing.
Nice.
But
wait, from the Keokuk guy, or the guy I know, the guy I sent you,
the guy that you sent me.
Yeah, I mean he's a busy guy. I mean he owns both of those, and I'm sure honestly the way that I don't know him like super super well, but I know that he is constantly trying to do stuff for the cafe and for the movie theater. So it would not surprise me if he was trying to expand a little bit. So he's probably super busy. Plus, they roast all their coffee beans in house, so
Mm.
he does all that himself at the shop, like at the cafe. So he's a busy guy. It takes a little bit for him to respond to me, even. So
Well, if he ever stumbles upon this episode for whatever reason, I'm still absolutely down for an interview if you would let me come and just talk to you about the movie theater business.
yeah.
Because today's question I want to ask you, Jake, is can you please move back so that we can start running the movie theater out of Keokuk?
Just move
I've
here.
been
We'll
talking.
move one here, or we'll open one here.
Nah, fuck that, dude. This one's closer, and it's in desperate need of one close by. We need to have one. The closest movie theater is like 45 minutes,
For
and
Madison,
they're
20,
not that
22
great.
minutes.
Not from where I live.
Oh, that's fair. I was thinking about Keokuk, closest to Keokuk, but that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
That checks out.
there's nothing great around here, and the quality of the theaters hasn't been that good. The Macomb one opened up again, and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine with a friend for the second time there, and the
Nice.
screen was like blurry. It was shit.
Hmm.
I
And
could barely see
Macomb?
what was happening. Yeah, it
Hmm. I've never been to that theater. I don't think.
was fucked.
And if I
Uh,
have,
the
it's been
L
a long time.
the LDX in Burlington is okay. I don't really care for their popcorn, and their seats are overpriced. And AMC is just going off the fucking rails for whatever reason in
Hmm.
Quincy. I guess I can do the movie update. We watched Coraline in theaters for its 15th anniversary.
Hell yeah.
Fucking superb. It's a great way to start the spooky
Oh
season.
yeah. Oh dude, I saw Coraline in theaters when it came out. I
But
fucking love that movie.
it was $12 a ticket,
Jesus, it's more expensive here.
and it was $27 for concessions as well. So $50 pretty much for us to see
Yeah.
Super Ultra HD Coraline, which it was beautiful and it was great. It was just an outrageous amount of money to pay for that. But you and I, you know what we could do?
Hmm.
We could have a cheap theater.
Yeah. See, that's not how that
We could
works.
have a good
So
theater.
I wish that's how it worked, but because of the streaming services and stuff basically taking over, theaters are losing a shit ton of money, like more than they already were because movie theaters already didn't make that much money anyway. That's why the concessions are always so high. It's because
Yeah.
that's where they make most of their money. And for special events and promotions and stuff like that, that's the only way they make money. So basically, streaming services are ripping all the movies out of the theater. Well, not ripping them out, but like ripping people out of the theater because why go to a movie theater when I've got a 85-inch flat screen TV in my house, which most people have nowadays, or a projector or
For,
whatever.
for the experience of going
I
to the
know. No,
theater.
I'm with you. I'm with you because I also enjoy going to the movie theater. I thoroughly enjoy going to the movie theater. That's why I still try to go as often as I can. But it is just financially not a good call because I could ethically and definitely legally 100% get any movie that I want and play it at my house
Yeah, you could,
through
but you couldn't.
through streaming and not any other means whatsoever, and play it on my massive TV on my soundbar from the comfort of my own home. I don't have to worry about people munching and crunching their shit behind me or making out or banging in the fucking theater, whatever the hell they do. But
Punching and punching their shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The last several times I've gone to the theater, um, there's barely been anybody there.
Yeah,
Even Deadpool and
theater's been
Wolverine,
dead for years.
even Deadpool and Wolverine, the theater was not full. And I went like the day of, like the day it launched. Actually, I went the day before it launched because they had early showings,
Oh,
and
nice.
the theater was not packed to the brim like I expected it to be.
Ours was pretty full.
It was more full than the last several movies I've seen, but it was not full, which is a key point to bring up because I went to midnight releases for the Hobbits, all three of them. Every single time was packed to the brim. I'm almost certain there were people that snuck in or were just standing in the back. I'm not kidding. Like it was
Yeah.
full. But Deadpool and Wolverine, arguably a bigger deal than the Hobbit movies because people already kind of were a little bit skeptical about the Hobbit movies to begin with, especially after hearing it was going to be a trilogy. But the
Yeah.
hype around Deadpool and Wolverine should have been a packed theater, nothing else. Like, it
Do you
should
know
have been
that
a packed theater.
it's the new top grossing R-rated movie?
Yeah. Oh,
Did you
dude,
know the one before?
it hit a
Did
bunch
you
of
know the one
records.
before it?
R-rated movie?
Yeah. Top
Uh,
grossing R-rated movie.
nah, maybe.
Joker.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna chat about all this shit because we're gonna build the perfect theater that we are definitely going to open and reminisce on some theater memories. Because you're right, it can't be sustained, unfortunately, I don't think. But like, what I
Ac-
loved about the Keokuk Theater, what I
Actually,
loved about it,
actually.
$5 a ticket, and like $5 for no, it was $5 gets you the ticket and a popcorn and a drink, and they were small, and it was like $2 for a refill. But man, we had the $5 movies and the McChicken. We had it all.
So, and we threw it all away. No, actually, that's what Chris does at the Fox Theater in Fort Madison. It's $8 for your ticket, a popcorn, and a drink. $8, and it'll give you obviously the movie as well. But there's only two screens, so they can only show two movies at a time.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, it's a small theater, so obviously you can only get away with so much. But $8 for a popcorn and a drink, and then you can get other concessions if you want, I think. But obviously you gotta pay more for those. But $8 for all three of those things, you're not gonna find a fucking theater out here doing that. That's for damn sure.
Nope.
Um, and of course, the screens are not as big as you would find in a more conventional movie theater. Uh, but hey, I mean, it works and it's cheap, and he's been doing that for years now. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because the charm of the area and the size of the theater just kind of makes it for people to be attracted to that kind of thing. I don't know, but whatever he does it, and he's showing like new movies. They're not like old movies that he's bringing back. He's showing new movies coming out, so he has
Yeah.
to have some kind of licensing deal to do that. I'm assuming, um, and he's been doing it for years, dude. And then I think you can upgrade for like $2. You can upgrade and it'll give you a large drink and popcorn or something. I don't know, but yeah, he still does it. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but he does it.
See, I like a theater like that because the other ones that I go to are usually a scam, and it's like I haven't known anybody to finish a large popcorn. I haven't. Fat fuck. But
Every
like
time.
going to AMC, we'll get through like maybe half the bag, my wife and I, and it's usually me taking over. And by the time I take over and I want the bag is when I go and get more butter on it and it's cold and I fucking hate it. But they also give you like a bucket to drink out of
Yeah,
soda and it never goes down, but it's like you can't they don't have a combo that is a similar like a less price for less of what you want, unfortunately.
I never finish my drink in the theater. I actually never get a drink in the theater because
No?
no, I never get a drink in the theater. If I have to drink something, like if I absolutely have to, I'm fucking parched, I'm gonna die. I'll take a sip of somebody else's, somebody that's gone with me,
Yeah.
not a stranger, but
Man. Man.
I'm dying, man. Can you please give
Yeah,
me a
exactly.
sip
Oh,
of? Can I get a sip of your diet Pepsi, please? No, like if Deanna's going with me or if somebody's with me or whatever, I'll just take a sip of their thing. Most of the time, I will not drink at a theater because if I have to piss in the middle of a movie, I get pissed, and I don't want to do that. I want to see every second of the movie. If I'm going to a theater to if I'm dropping as much money as you have to fucking drop to see a movie these days, I want to see every second of that fucking movie.
yeah.
I don't want to get up, so I try my best not to drink anything during a movie. If I have to, I'll take a sip of somebody else's if I have somebody with me. But popcorn, I down the fuck out of, dude. I am a never-ending bottomless pit. It just keeps on going until I bite into a fucking kernel because I'm down to the bottom of the fucking bucket.
Yep.
Deanna's the same way. Me and Deanna both could eat popcorn for fucking days. I don't know what it is, but we love movie theater popcorn, man. We love it.
Yeah,
It's an
it's
addiction,
because
dude.
it's just butter and hot oil and salt and
Ugh.
like even just the aroma
Fucking
lures you into the theater. Like
talk
you may
dirty
not
to me,
even be
daddy.
thinking I want to see a movie today, and you smell the popcorn. It's like, well, fuck.
Yep, we're
I
seeing
know
a
where I'm
movie
going. That
today.
happened to
Yep.
me multiple times in that Keokuk theater back when they actually had a mall there with stuff.
Does that count as an ad? Does the
Yeah.
smell of popcorn
Well,
count as an ad for the
I
movie theater?
think it is. No, I think it's just a marketing ploy, and it
Marketing
works.
scam. Yeah, works every fucking time, dude. Deanna makes popcorn here. Like she's got just like popcorn kernels or whatever, and she makes it on the stove like the slow way.
Ooh.
And she does like fuck her like melts the butter and shit on there, dude. I'm like,
That's about to
what are
cry.
you
It's so
doing to
good.
me, dude? She made some yesterday, and I was like, I smelled it from downstairs. I ran upstairs and I looked at her like this. I was like, "What you doing? What you doing in here? You got some fucking popcorn in here?" I ate half of that shit, dude. I
Hey,
would
pour
have
one out for me, goes.
I would have continued eating, but she said I had to wait to save some for Chelsea, and I'm like, what do I look like? Saving some for Chelsea.
I don't.
I'm the
I don't
I'm
see
the
Chelsea
older
here.
I'm the older brother. All right. If Chelsea wanted some, she truly wanted some, she'd be here right now.
Yeah.
But she's teaching children, so she obviously doesn't care.
First come, first serve is, I'm pretty sure, a constitutional law.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Look it up.
John Adams signed off on that himself. All right.
Yeah, no, yeah, we fuck up some popcorn, dude. I love popcorn.
All right. So obviously we're gonna have popcorn in our movie theater, and
Oh yeah.
it's gotta be like, I don't know how we could get this set up, but we've got to be able to funnel that shit to go out the doors to lure people in. We've we've got to make the most non-advertisement advertisements of all time to get people in.
Dude, have you seen Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit?
No, I want to watch the Wallace and Gromit movies. I haven't.
Just The Curse of the Were Rabbit. They're at the end of it. They're at like some carnival or whatever, and something important with popcorn happens. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but it happens in a lot of stuff. But for some reason, this is the one that pops in my head. But when someone like accidentally spills too much popcorn into the popcorn machine, and then like an absurd amount of popcorn starts fucking
Oh
popping
yeah.
everywhere. I want to do that so bad, even though I know that's not realistic and that's not how that works. I want to create a popcorn maker that would do that and just overflow popcorn into a room and just start shoveling it into my mouth, dude.
Ooh, hey, I've got an idea. So, what if we charge people for the bag or the bucket that the popcorn goes into, and we just have like an aquarium in front of us of freshly made popcorn, and whatever they pay for, they go in and they scoop as much as they think they can handle.
Okay. I'm on board with
Yeah,
that. Okay, look.
that'd be pretty cool.
You know how they've got the glass cases with all the candy and shit in the front?
Yeah, that fucking stupid overpriced candy.
Take the candy out. Fill that shit with
Yeah.
popcorn that they can just.
Do you, do you eat candy at a theater?
I get M&Ms almost every time.
I never
Well,
pay for movie theater candy.
I eat M&Ms almost every time. I don't necessarily get it from the theater,
Yeah, exactly.
but I have M&Ms almost every time because M&Ms are my favorite. I love M&Ms. I don't know if it's a well, M&Ms are one of my favorite candies, but specifically at a movie theater, I don't know if it's like a nostalgia thing or what, but and it's funny because I always have an argument with Toby or somebody about these movies, even though I personally don't hate them. I love them. I love them for like what they are, and I love them for the nostalgia, but specifically the fucking Spider-Man movies, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, I think of every
Yeah.
single time I'm sitting in the theater and I'm chowing down on some fucking M&Ms and I'm smelling popcorn everywhere. I think of those movies because I don't know, it's just a good time. What a time to be alive, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's what the theaters do. They make lasting memories.
Exactly.
I just thought of the most amazing scam that we could get away with to actually boost our profits.
Okay.
So you can rent vending machines. You can buy a vending machine and you can rent space for it. If we opened a theater in a mall and we have like stupidly overpriced fucking candy, $5 for a box of milk though, outrageous. But
Exceeding milk duds.
just outside the theater, there's a vending machine that we bought that we're renting the space for. and we charge like half. They don't know that we own the machine, and it's just barely out of view of the theater, so it looks like we have nothing to do with it. And then we close up and we just open the thing up, fucking thumb through all that money. Hell yeah.
No, dude, I actually, there's probably a reason this hasn't happened or doesn't happen, and I'm just big doo doo brain. But what if we don't sell concessions other than popcorn, right? Or popcorn and drinks,
Yeah.
soda or whatever. We don't sell candy. We don't sell fucking hot dogs and pretzels and shit. Whoever's keeping that shit,
Nachos.
whoever's
Fuck that
keeping
all.
that shit in business at a theater blows my mind because I don't ever see anybody with that shit. Once in a blue moon, I'll see some massive, like, morbidly obese dude like chowing down on like the whole setup. He got like the family pack, but it's all for him kind of thing. And what if we don't sell any of that shit? Just popcorn and drinks. That's it. But we like charge a little bit more for tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we make our money from the tickets instead of concessions, like you'd assume people do. We just make it from the tickets in the popcorn and stuff. And people can bring their own fucking candy in. Like, I don't give a shit. BYOC.
Yeah.
Whatever. Bring your own fucking candy. I don't give a fuck. People are going to do it anyway.
They are. That was going to be a question of mine is, do we let people bring in their own food?
We're not fucking narcs, dude. I don't give a shit.
That's true. Yeah.
We're the cool parents, dude. We don't give a shit. Bring
We've
your own
got
fucking
a-
candy.
We've got a guard with the FBI reflective glasses standing outside who pats down people looking for candy.
Fucking candy police. Nah, dude. We just charge a little bit more for our tickets. That way we make money off the tickets. Boom.
Yeah.
And then people bring their own fucking candy, and I don't know why people don't do that anyway. So if it costs us like X amount for the licensing or whatever, and X amount for the ticket itself, so that goes back to the corporation that made the movie or whatever, then we just tack on like $5 or something per ticket, and so it's a little bit more to see the movie, but you don't have to pay for concessions. It's just like you just bring your own shit in. Bring a whole 3-course meal, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Well, 3-course meal. Hey, this lady's got a meatball sub. We sending her in or what?
Fuck it. She ride. I don't know. There's probably reasons behind why that wouldn't work, but I don't know off the top of my head.
People would make a big fucking mess if they dropped like a whole plate of spaghetti on the floor.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'd have to like limit it to candy.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Don't
say
bring any
it can't be like
no
an FDA
sauced
thing.
foods allowed. No sauced foods allowed.
Yeah,
Well, it could be. I don't think it would be because you can serve like peanut M&Ms, and there's people with peanut allergies,
Yeah.
obviously.
people
But
just wouldn't buy the peanut M&Ms.
yeah, exactly.
Or if their
But I don't-
allergy was severe enough, they probably wouldn't go to the theater because they know that stuff's gonna be there.
yeah.
But
No, I don't think there shouldn't be super big concerns with that. And honestly, at that point, like I mean, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm not going anywhere with this. You can get concessions, and they're wrapped and they're in a container. They're not cooked food, so
yeah,
you don't need a food handler certificate to be able to dish out stuff like that.
I say we just start our own like finger food business, like a food truck kind of thing, but instead of a food truck, it's just a concession stand, but it's our own business. So like we sell that shit on the side, and it just so happens to be at the theater.
So it's the same thing as a vending machine. We just have a whole like
Yeah,
it's in Monopoly where you own one side of the whole fucking board, and anytime someone lands anywhere near it, they're
Yeah.
fucked no matter what they roll.
that way, no matter what we're losing on the movie prices or whatever, is irrelevant because we have our own businesses like running the stuff. It's running it itself, like
But what
a
we-
cinema cafe, but
But what we also have on top of that is that someone is like they bought their ticket from you, and then they go over to the concessions truck to go buy their food, and they see you out of the corner of their eye, hurry over there, and then you just put on like a different hat and you serve them their food.
same name
I
tag
think-
and everything. It's just a different hat.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome. I would love that.
you have an
as a
infinite
cons-
name.
As a consumer, I would love that, honestly.
You have an infinite name tag where every time you peel one off, there's another one there, and it's got a different name on it.
No, it's electronic, so it just like changes. It's like battery powered. It just changes. Like it's just a little digital thing.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just like press a button and it randomizes. It's a random name generator. Boop. It just generates a different name. Like an RPG random name generator or something.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Are we gonna charge for better seats? Like charge a higher amount for a ticket if it goes with a better seat, or is it just you buy the ticket, it's a base price, and you're getting this no matter what? Everyone sits in the same seats because you gotta have a comfy ass chair.
I mean, you know what okay. You know what, as far as seating goes, you know what I fucking hate? I fucking hate the front row.
Okay, I didn't want to throw out my guess. That would have been bad.
What was your guess?
I was gonna say, I was hoping you'd say something really off the cuff, like disabled people. They're always in my way, and they always get a bigger area to sit in. The theater.
No, the front row. I fucking hate sitting in the front row. So
it doesn't make sense. Who sits in the front row?
People that don't have a choice because the theater's packed. But
I love this movie.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I fucking hate that. Now, with LDX theaters or whatever, where they have the reclining seats, it's not so bad because at least you can like recline. Your head's rested, you know, so like it's no big deal. But seats that don't recline and you're sitting there like this, you're sitting there in a seat that's like static, and you're just like, like that is the worst. But what if there was no front row? What if it was these seats only from like what would be the third row back and further? Those are the only seats that exist. There's no first row, there's no second row. Maybe there's a third row, but very minimal. And then other than that, those are the seats that are available. That way nobody ever has a shit seat. You know what I'm saying? Like the front row would still be the worst probably, but it's not like the TV is sitting on your knees. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you're not gonna put your feet up and accidentally kick this projector. Yeah, kick the screen.
Yeah, exactly. But as far as pricing goes, dude, I don't know. I would just same price for everybody. Fuck it.
Okay, I like that. We letting kids in the theater?
Fuck no, fuck them kids.
That's...
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know it's rated PG, but guess what? Your child looks like they're about to poopy in their diaper and start screaming, and I can't have that.
See, that's the thing. Like, I've known okay, I was that kid that could like sit in a theater and like actually enjoy the movie. I loved going to the movies. I don't remember a time where I was like small in the theater and fucking hating my life and screaming and crying and shitting in my pants and wanting to move and like. And I was a very restless kid. Like I always wanted to be doing something, but for some reason going to a movie was different. Like I enjoyed every single time I could go to the movies. And I loved it. But now I also know children that you couldn't put them in the seat for 5 minutes without them being like, all right, time to cause fucking havoc. Run, sprint, jump, throw hands, I don't care. And I think I'm blaming the Wiggles because they're always encouraging moving around and like fucking like jumping up and down and shit like that. No, teach the kids how to sit still in a fucking theater. That way they can go and enjoy the movies like the rest of us. Because the two littles that I am now the guardian of, I would love to take them to a movie. At least the older one. She's a little bit older, so she's like, she can understand what a movie is. Baby doesn't give a fuck, obviously. But I would love to take the older of the two littles and see a movie with her, you know? But I know damn well we would sit in that fucking seat and she would want to sprint from fucking side to side, like getting everybody's faces, fucking whatever. She's a well-behaved kid, don't get me wrong. She's very well-behaved, but I know for a fact she's not at that point where she could sit in a seat and like watch a movie for 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever.
Because the Wiggles gives kids ADHD.
Yes. I'm blaming the Wiggles. And I'm fucking Danny Go and Miss Rachel and all these other fucking YouTubers that have popped off. I mean, power to you. I mean, I respect the grind. I respect the hustle. But shit, dude. Teach the kids how to sit in a fucking theater and watch a movie. Like, it's okay to just sit down and chill for a little bit. And then once you get out of the theater, dude, fucking sprint. Sprint across the parking lot into oncoming traffic, whatever you gotta do. It doesn't matter. But in the theater, just sit and watch the movie. Now, maybe my parents didn't take me to movies when I was that little, Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe they didn't take me to theaters when I was like under 5 years old. But I feel like around 5 years old, I could have sat in a theater and been like, okay, this is lit. This is so fucking cool. I love this. I love
Yeah,
this.
because it's a big ass screen playing a movie, and
Yeah.
when you're a baby or a small child, you don't know how movies work.
Yeah.
So there's just people doing incredible shit. You don't know what movie magic is yet.
Maybe it's because the times. Maybe it's because movies are just so much more like available all the time at any point.
Well, also you have people do have lower attention spans now, so it is a
Yeah.
lot harder to ask someone. It's harder to ask me to sit through. I think 2 hours is my limit. If a movie is over 2 hours, it's hard for me to sit there and enjoy it the rest of it. An
Dude,
hour and a half is usually like really good, solid time for me.
if it's a good enough movie, I'll sit there, bro. I'll sit there.
Yeah,
The only
that's
the
true. But
only the only thing
some are just
is
a big
like
ask.
for movies that are longer on the longer side, because I'm older, I have to like stand up and move my fucking joints a little bit. Otherwise, I go into a stasis where like if I sit too long and then I move a muscle, I'll like crack and then I'm hurting for 3 hours. And that's a whole different story. But it's not because of my attention span, it's because uh my physical age is like 75. Like mentally I'm here, dude. I'm here for all the movies, dude. I could watch movies all the time, but physically I gotta stand up. I gotta fucking like move around a little bit, something. Otherwise, I go into some fucking physical stasis that I have to like peel myself out of really hard, and it's not comfortable. But
See, you're no better than the children. That's what I'm hearing. As soon as you stand up,
no, no,
I'm
no.
gonna be that guy that's like, oh, this fucking kid running around again.
The children is an attention span thing. I can push past the physical thing. I might be hurting, and it's gonna suck, but this is why I do my best to almost always go to an LDX theater that has a reclining chair, because then I don't have to worry about it. But in like a regular theater seat, oh god, no, dude, that shit hurts, bro. That shit
Yeah,
sucks.
it does. No, I feel that pain. I was last year, I think it was last year, I was going to do, we had this fucking plan, me and this buddy from college. He was going to come over here and we're going to have a Spider Man movie marathon where we just fucking watch all of the Spider Man movies and we are going to have pizza and whatever else and a sleepover. And dude, I can sit through one movie normally and be like, that was really good. I can't do much more than one movie at a time because
Yeah.
my eyes start to hurt,
Yep.
my back hurts sitting there. If I'm eating pizza anymore, it's like my gut is full and it's just grease and heartburn. And I just hate everything. It's not like I was a kid and I could just sit there and do that and enjoy all of it for as long as possible.
You just gave me a fucking genius idea.
We have movie marathon. We have sleepovers at our theater.
No.
Damn. That's a
We
good idea though.
Me, you, and Toby, we open a fucking cosmic pizza. It's a
Another one?
it's a movie theater, but it's a pizzeria movie theater. Like
Ooh.
specifically a pizzeria, not a cinema cafe where you can get like fucking nachos and like all that other stuff. I'm talking like specifically a pizzeria for fantasy themed, sci-fi themed pizzas and movies. Because the three of us are movie buffs. We made a movie, like it's perfect.
Yeah.
A fucking cosmic pizza movie theater.
I could see myself sitting
Fuck.
down and ordering a pizza or eating a pizza and actually
Yeah.
maybe okay, we said the rest of the shit was really stupid, like nachos and hot dogs, but like, what if we just had like a gas stations where they have a hunk or a slice of pizza in the warmer, and you could get that instead of your popcorn, and take that in the theater with you.
I'm thinking like legit like a cinema cafe, but instead of the stuff that you would buy at a cinema cafe, it's just a pizzeria. You go there to get pizza or calzones or whatever. Like you have like the long table or whatever that you can sit at with preferably more comfortable chairs, and just like you would at a cinema cafe, you can eat and watch a movie, but you're eating pizza and shit. I feel like pizza's a perfect fucking movie food because it's handheld. It guys can be messy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be messy.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, shit, man. I could eat pizza with popcorn, easy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know because I cannot eat all that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'd probably eat less popcorn if I had pizza, but I'm saying it's like they're foods that can go together.
I think
That's what I'm
that's a
saying.
pretty good option. I like the sound of this.
That'd be lit.
Oh, speaking of dumb shit they put in movie theaters, I've never seen anyone play the games, the arcade games, or like
Yeah,
the claw machines
yeah,
at fucking movie theaters. Why do
yeah,
they
dude.
have those? I'm not having that in my theater, in our
So,
theater, let me tell you.
so that's a relic of the past. You're too young to understand.
Oh,
Back in the day, back in the heyday, probably even before my time, but I do remember the tail end. I do remember the tail end of it. There was a the Movies 10. Okay, Movies 10 was a theater in Chesapeake where I grew up, and I remember, dude, on a fucking Friday night, if you were at Movies 10 on a Friday night during that time period, and you were over chilling at the arcade, like playing the games and shit, you're gonna get a kiss from a really hot girl or something. You're getting asked to prom like easy, or you're fucking
nice.
like any of that kind of stuff. It's happening because that was the fucking place to be. All right, it was either that or the skating rink, which are also relics of the past nowadays, I think. But
Yeah, they are.
I love skate. I love roller skating. But if you were chilling at the arcade playing some games or whatever with the ladies and shit, like waiting for your movie, bro, your cool meter just went off the fucking charts, dude. You had on them fucking fresh Skechers or whatever the fuck were cool back then, and you had a Razor flip phone. You're pretty much the coolest person in the whole planet. Like
Yep.
you might as well just sign up to be Mr. Cool for the rest of your life because that was lit. Okay, that was the most lit you could possibly be. Nowadays, nobody gives a shit about that stuff because it's all right here, baby. We've
Yeah,
got
it
all the
is.
games we could ever want, all the doom scrolling we could ever want to wait for our movies right here.
Brain rot.
Yep. Or if it's in a mall, which a lot of movie theaters are nowadays, you can just go and walk around the mall. You don't need a fucking arcade. If you wanted
Yeah.
an arcade, you could walk down to the arcade in the mall. You don't have to fucking worry about the five really shitty ass options that there are at the movie theater to play and so
Yeah.
forth. But I do remember the tail end of that being like a legit thing. I apologize for the dog again. Somebody else must have just got home. Jesus Christ. Really? Are we doing this right now? Could we not? Thank you. Anyway,
Were you actually talking to someone or are you just looking off screen?
I was looking at the window. Like,
Oh, okay.
she's a menace.
Longingly.
She's an actual menace.
Yeah, we didn't have arcades back in my day. We had the McDonald's play place. That
Yeah.
was the place to be.
I mean,
Roller rinks were a thing.
uh,
Ooh, we could incorporate that into the theater if we just have if we just have a roller rink and we have a curved TV, but it's one that goes 360 degrees around the top. So no matter where you're fucking rolling, you're always watching your movie. He's shaking his head. What's
fucking,
going on?
it's the dog. I just have my mic muted because she's
Oh,
literally being a menace. By the way, anybody that knows me, I'm not referring to Willow. Willow is a sweet, beautiful, lovely, kind, not barking ass dog that just she understands that daddy's recording and she shouldn't be barking because she's considerate of others and their practices and their things that they do. Other dog,
other dog doesn't
oh my
understand what
god, dude.
YouTube fame is.
Just absolute menace every time. A fly could whiz by her face and she would just start barking at it for no reason. Anyway, yeah, massive fucking curved screen that goes all the way around the rink. Sign me up. Also, sign up to get absolutely demolished because that's accidents waiting to happen for sure.
Oh yeah,
But I'm here for
big
it,
multi.
honestly.
Um, what events are we gonna have at our movie theater? Because, like, I think going to the theater to watch a movie is an event in itself. I am so thrilled with the fact that I got to watch Godzilla minus one in theaters.
Yep.
That to me is a thing that's like I got to be a part of history. But we gotta have like we gotta have like pajama parties, fucking some kind of themed nights. Maybe we could do like Harry Potter movie marathon that happens for like a week. We just play all the Harry Potter movies
Uh,
in a row or whatever.
dude, you already know I'm here for it. I'm here for all that
Yeah.
shit, dude. I will say that if anybody ever reached out to me personally and was like, "Hey, me and my buddies, we made a movie, and I know that you own a movie theater. Would you mind like letting us come in after hours and show it?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's do it."
Oh, we gotta have
Talking
just
to you,
a
Chris.
penthouse. We gotta have a penthouse suite, but the only show that plays in that specific box theater is the
The
Pizzaverse,
Pizzaverse
24/7.
all the time.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate Chris for actually entertaining the idea at all, but it is a bummer that we couldn't do that.
I still don't know how we make that happen, but it doesn't feel like it would be that big of a crime or whatever to show something we made that cost us nothing well, I mean, it didn't cost us nothing, but we're not making profit off of it.
I think maybe it was more so like maybe he just was like misunderstanding. Like I was like not clear enough about what we were intending. I think he might have thought that we were gonna have to like charge people for it and shit and like
Mm,
advertise it and all this kind of stuff. And I was more so just being like, no, it's like just our friends and family and stuff. Just show up. Like it didn't cost us anything. I wasn't planning on charging anybody. If you want to charge people, absolutely. Like I get it. You're charging for the space and the time and stuff that your theater would be down, even though I'd rather do it on like a downtime anyway, time that you're not
yeah.
usually open.
And I feel like
Um,
that was something we would also probably try to cover on our end, would just be renting out the theater space for the day for
yeah,
whoever to come in and watch.
yeah. Or we charge a little bit, like just to get back to Chris to
Yeah.
like make up for it or whatever. That was what I was intending, but I think it might have just been kind of hard to understand. Next time I have an inquiry like that, I'm just gonna talk to him in person, but
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
just fucking call him or something. But anyway, it's still not out of the realm of possibilities for us to do. We could probably still do that. I could probably still call him and just like explain the situation a little bit better, but who knows? Um, and then also, I'm new to this area. I don't know. There might be small theaters like that here. I just don't know about. And I could try to figure out who owns them and be like, hey, my buddy and I just made a stupid movie. It's fucking hilarious. Literally will knock your socks off. It'll get your rocks off too. You
Yep.
should let us do a little private showing of it.
And then we'll give you a little
Thanks.
private showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, dude, that'd be fucking sick. I would love for Cosmic Pizza to be a movie theater. Pizzeria.
Yeah,
Movie theater pizzeria. I just think
that'd be
that that would
pretty
be
cool.
like perfect.
And we just have like the FNAF animatronics, but of the three of us.
Ugh. Ugh. No, there's only one, and it's just Spider Manga.
Oh my God, I would pay just for him. I would pay extra to have him deliver me stuff to my table or my chair or whatever.
Yeah, same. It's just Spider Manga, but he's an animatronic. The massive bulge.
Oh man, dude, if we could get the Spider-Verse to play in theaters and we could have him in full costume, just like even serving popcorn or doing autographs,
That'd be lit.
that'd be lit. It'd be a good opportunity for him. And I'm probably just pulling him into something he wants no part of, but
We'd have to
I think
hire
that would be
we'd have to
sweet.
hire somebody else to do it. We'll leave
Yeah.
Joe alone. No, I'm
Well,
sure Joe would probably do it. Honestly, like if he was getting paid for it, fuck it, why not? You know?
Deanna in full costume.
Yeah.
I have the costume.
Opening night, we have everybody there in full costume.
Yep.
We need to have Derek in like some like prosthetic makeup or whatever with his face smashed in, like bleeding and shit.
Oh my God, it just scares everybody
His
away.
fucking eyes like hanging out the side and shit. That'd be awesome.
Ooh. Well, man, I think I think we know what we want now, and I think we're gonna make this happen. Is what it sounds like.
How did we legit just talk for an hour about a movie theater idea that doesn't exist, but I had no idea we were recording that whole time? That's how you do it, boys. That's how you fucking
That's how
do
you.
it.
But it always has to be on camera. You know, we can't just this is all scripted and forced. Like I
Yeah.
don't care what you really think, and I don't want to see you after this.
Don't message me until you've got another day you can record.
If I can get you to record with me, sure.
I'm trying, man. I'm working on it. Look, I've got Black Phillip and a flail. All right, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
Been doing a lot of stuff.
like Philip.
Black Phillip.
But yeah, we're gonna make this happen. It's legally binding now that you have discussed with me these ideas. So we're gonna open up a movie theater, not coming to a theater near you anytime soon, because unless you're living in a very small, remote Midwestern area, you know. But I'm pretty sure people would fly out to see us and our show or whatever we decided to
Oh
show
yeah. If we're showing
because our
Deadpool
ideas
and
are so
Wolverine,
great.
we're showing Deadpool and Wolverine at Cosmic Pizza, people will fly out. Period.
Yeah,
And the Pizzaverse in the penthouse, people are flying out. They're lining up, dude.
I mean they have to be.
That'd be
That's
so
the
sick.
event that you go for.
What if we did like a what if we did a movie theater but that only shows fan films?
That could get really bad. I see that getting bad really
Well,
quickly.
we'd have to approve them, but
Yeah,
like fan made films, like the like the shit that they show on Residents of Evil, like that little thing that they did with the Resident Evil thing like a couple weeks ago that Derek and I or Toby and I watched. That was pretty good. I mean, that was solid. They had some decent acting, decent like. I've seen some pretty fucking good fan films, like really good
yeah.
fan films made of certain things, and I don't know how charging people would work for that, but I'm sure it could probably be done because you monetize that stuff on YouTube. Surely channels big enough are monetizing those videos, so it's got to be able to be done to some degree. But I don't know.
I think there's a market for that. I mean, like the movie theater experience cannot be. It can be replicated, but it's different every time. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's something that I think people like. Even if you could, like, you can go and watch the Pizzaverse anytime on YouTube, totally free, and it's only an hour,
yeah,
but it's just chock full of great content. But you could still either sit there and watch it on your phone and have your favorite snack, or you could still go and enjoy it in the movie theater atmosphere, which
yeah,
would just, for me, I mean, that elevates things to the whole next level.
yeah. No, I agree. I enjoy going to the theater. Deanna and I talk about this regularly. I'm not kidding. Deanna and I talk about like how very disappointing it is that the movie theater is just not the same as it used to be because we want it to be that experience for everybody, but we know like the climate and everything today is just not the same. I actually met somebody months ago, and she told me she doesn't like going to the theater at all, and she's my age. So I was like, why? And she's like, I don't know, I just never really liked it. And then I found out that she doesn't like a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, do you enjoy fun at all? Like, do you like fun? Do you like?
Is this me? Did you run into me by accident?
No, like she didn't like movies or anything. Like any franchises, nothing. I'm like, are you
Missing out on the
like,
whole
yeah,
world.
like come on now. I don't know. It blew my mind that somebody doesn't like going to the theater. I understand not wanting to go to the theater to like save money or whatever, but not enjoying the experience of going to a movie theater is what blew my mind. I was just like, I guess, but like I don't get it because I like going to the theater. But
Yeah, it's a great time. But I'll go ahead and I'll call the people in Quincy, Illinois that own that space, and we'll start renting it out, charging tickets, and you get all the other stuff figured out, and we'll get this thing going. All right.
bet,
But until then, it's been another solid episode.
yeah,
We're gonna see y'all in the next one. Let us know if you have any movie theater experiences that just kind of blew your mind, and then we'll incorporate those into our theater as much as possible.
yep. One like equals one entire pizza that I'm going to eat by myself. So make sure you like this video.
There's 0 likes, but you're still like, fuck it, 2 pizzas. Fuck
Can we
it,
at
I'm
least
hungry.
can we at least get 1 like so I can have a pizza, please?
All right, well, we'll see y'all next week.
Yep. Make sure to sub if you like this or anything else that we have on the channel. We got a bunch of stuff, and check us out on Instagram for shorts and reels and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. We
Later.
appreciate it. Bye.